स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः. Namaskar to all of you. Welcome to the study of the science of worship. We had completed the whole of the Dashopachar Puja, taking up the Puja of Sri Ramakrishna. We had gone into the details of that worship. Now we had taken up another aspect of the worship, that is Panchopachar Puja, with 5 articles of worship. I gave the details or introduction to all that the Dashopachar Puja, Panchopachar Puja in the first session of the Panchopachar Puja. Then we started the Puja of Sharda Devi, because the mantras will be in feminine, so that you can get acquainted with the new type of mantra, and all the deities with the feminine, that is the goddesses, the mantra will be similar to that. All the Purusha Devata, the male deities, will be similar to Ramakrishna. Now, to acquaint you with the worship of the female deities, I have taken Sharda Devi's Panchopachar Puja. And in the last session, we were looking into the dhyana, meditation. So now we shall go to that aspect. I will give you, I think I have to teach you or make you chant the dhyana shloka. Then I am going to give you the meaning of that. Now let us go into the chanting of the dhyana shloka, the meditation verse stotram of Mother Sharda Devi, written by Swami Abhedanandaji Maharaj. So all the other things you are familiar, taking a red flower with Kurma Mudra or any flower if it is not available, meditate in the heart on a luminous form of Holy Mother, repeating the mantra, all that thing we had explained earlier. Now we will directly go to the Dhyana Stotra of Mother Sharda. So the Dhyana Shloka is there. You can repeat it. I will also first chant, after that you can repeat it after me after hearing. Om Dhyaye Chitta Sarojastham. Om Dhyaye Chitta Sarojastham. Sukhasinam Kripamayim Prasanna Vadanam Devim Dvibhujam Sthira Lochanam. Now the second stanza of the meditation verse, Dhyana Shloka of Holy Mother Sharda Devi. Alulayita Keshardhavakshah. Alulayita Kesardhavakshah. Sthala Vimanditam. Together, the whole thing repeated together. Alulayita Keshardhavakshah Sthala Vimanditam. Will you repeat it? Alulayita Keshardhavakshah Sthala Vimanditam. Next line of the second stanza. Shweta Vastra Vrutardhangam. That is Avrutardhangam, but we are breaking it for your pronunciation. Shweta Vastra Vrutardhangam. Hema Alankara Bhushitam. So now the second stanza is over. We are going to the next slide where we get the third stanza. Swakrodanyasta स्वक्रोडन्यस्त हस्तांच हस्तांच स्वक्रोडन्यस्त हस्तांच स्वक्रोडन्यस्त हस्तांच ज्ञानभक्तिप्रदायिनीं ज्ञानभक्तिप्रदायिनीं together ज्ञानभक्तिप्रदायिनीं. Next line of the third stanza. Shubhram Shubhram Jyotirmayim Jyotirmayim Jiva Papa Santapa Harinim Jiva Papa Santapa Harinim. Shubhram Jyotirmayim Jiva Papa Santapa Harinim. The whole stanza. Swakrodanyasta hastancha jnana bhakti pradayinim Shubhram Jyotirmayim Jiva Papa Santapa Harinim. Now we are going to the fourth stanza. Please repeat it. Ramakrishna Ramakrishna Gata Pranam Gata Pranam. Together. Ramakrishna Gata Pranam Ramakrishna Gata Pranam Tannama Tannama Shravana Priyam Shravana Priyam. Together. Tannama Shravana Priyam Tannama Shravana Priyam. So the whole line. Ramakrishna Gata Pranam Tannama Shravana Priyam. The second line of the fourth stanza. Tadbhava Tadbhava Ranjitakaram Ranjitakaram. Together. Tadbhava Ranjitakaram. Please repeat it. Tadbhava Ranjitakaram Jaganmatra Jaganmatra Swarupinim Swarupinim. Together. Jaganmatra Swarupinim. The whole second line of the fourth stanza. Tadbhava Ranjitakaram Jaganmatra Swarupinim. Here in the fourth stanza, second line, Jaganmatra. So there in some parts of India they will tell it as Matri. So the pronunciation of that R, like Krishna, whatever, A, A, I, R, that is the vowel. So it is R. It is neither U, Ru, nor Ri. It is in between. It is R. Krishna, not Krishna, not Krishna. Krishna. So that has to be pronounced in that way. So it is Jaganmatra. That's why we have added only TR. There is no TRU or TRI. Pronunciation is in between that three. Jaganmatra Swarupinim. It is not Krishna, it is not Krishna. It is Krishna. So Jaganmatra Swarupinim. Shall we chant the whole of fourth stanza together? Ramakrishna Gata Pranam Tannama Shravana Priyam Tadbhava Ranjitakaram Jaganmatra Swarupinim. Repeat it. Ramakrishna Gata Pranam Tannama Shravana Priyam Tadbhava Ranjitakaram Jaganmatra Swarupinim. We'll go to the fifth stanza. First line. Snehamayim Snehamayim Shivam Shantam Snehamayim Shivam Shantam Bhukti Mukti Bhukti Mukti Pradayinim Pradayinim Bhukti Mukti Pradayinim. Shall we repeat the whole line? First line of the fifth stanza. Snehamayim Shivam Shantam Bhukti Mukti Pradayinim. Snehamayim Shivam Shantam Bhukti Mukti Pradayinim. Second line of the fifth stanza. Sarva Jiva Tranakartrim Sharadam. It should be pronounced as Saradam. Meaning is the same, Sharada or Sarada. Sara means essence, the giver of essence. Saradam Jnanadayinim. Saradam Jnanadayinim. Shall we repeat the whole fifth stanza? Snehamayim Shivam Shantam Bhukti Mukti Pradayinim Sarva Jivatrana Kartrim Saradam Jnanadayinim. Snehamayim Shivam Shantam Bhukti Mukti Pradayinim Sarva Jivatrana Kartrim Saradam Jnanadayinim. So now we have completed the chanting of the meditation stotra, verse on Sharda Devi. Now I will give you the meaning. I am going to tell you the meaning of all the stanzas of the meditation stotra one by one. We will now go to the first verse. That is, the slide will be the earlier slide. The first verse. We will now take up the first verse and I will explain the meaning of all the verses one by one. So, Om, you know the meaning of Om. It is the representative sound of Ishvara. So, now let us see the meaning. So, Dhyaye Chitta Sarojastham Sukhasinam Kripamayim Prasanna Vadanam Devim Dvibhujam Sthiralochanam. So I am going to tell you the meaning of the first verse. What is the meaning? Dhyaye Chitta Sarojastham. Om, let us meditate in the lotus of the heart on Mother Sharada Devi, seated cross-legged. Dhyaye Chitta Sarojastham. Sukhasina means cross-legged. Kripamayim. Then Prasanna Vadanam Devim Dvibhujam Sthiralochanam. Half of her, that is the next line. What is that? Alulayita Kesharda Vakshasthala Vimanditam. Alulayita Kesharda Vakshasthala Vimanditam. What is the meaning? Half of her disheveled hair flowing down the chest. Then Shweta Vastra Vratardangam, wrapped in white cloth. Hema Alankara Bhushitam, wearing golden bracelets. So, what is the meaning of Prasanna Vadanam? With visage beaming with grace. Devim Dvibhujam Sthiralochanam. Sthiralochanam means of steady grace. Of steady gaze, not grace, sorry. Sthira Lochanam, of steady gaze. And we are going to the next slide, that is the third verse. Swakrodanyasta hastancha gnana bhakti pradayinim shubhram jyotirmayim jiva papa santapa harinim. So, and her heart melting at the sorrows of the living being. Jiva Papa Santapa Harinim. Her heart melting at the sorrow of the living beings. Radiant light of purity. Shubhram Jyotirmayim means radiant light of purity. Swakrodanyasta hastan cha gnana bhakti pradayini. With two palms crossed and resting on the lap. Swakrodanyasta hastancha, meaning with the two palms crossed and resting in the lap. So, what is the meaning of Gnana Bhakti Pradayini? To come down to distribute, give knowledge and devotion to all the living beings. Then the next verse is Ramakrishna Gata Prana Tannama Shravana Priyam Tadbhavaranjita Karam Jaganmatru Swarupinim. Ramakrishna Gata Prana, with life centered in Sri Ramakrishna. Tan Nama Shravana Priyam, and her mind ever delighting in Sri Ramakrishna's thought only. Ramakrishna Gata Pranam Tan Nama Shravana Priyam, with her life centered in Sri Ramakrishna and her mind ever delighting in Sri Ramakrishna's thought. Tadbhavaranjitakaram Jaganmatru Swarupini. Veritably, she is the embodiment of Sri Ramakrishna's idea. She is manifestation of universal motherhood. Tadbhavaranjitakaram Jaganmatru Swarupini. Veritably an embodiment of Sri Ramakrishna's ideas. She is also the manifestation of universal motherhood. Snehamayim Shivam Shantam Bhukti Mukti Pradayinim Sarva Jivatrana Kartrim Saradam Gnanadayinim. Overflowing with universal benevolence, goodness and peace, bestower of devotion and salvation, redeemer of all jivas, giver of divine knowledge. Snehamayim, overflowing with universal benevolence. Shivam, goodness. Shantam, peace. Bhukti Mukti Pradayinim, bestower of salvation, devotion. Sarva Jiva Trana Kartrim, redeemer of all living beings, jivas. Saradam, Sri Sharada Devi, Gnanadayinim, giver of divine knowledge. So this stotra, the meditation stotra on Holy Mother, is composed by Swami Abhedananda, a direct disciple of Sri Ramakrishna. So we have come to know in detail the meaning of the Dhyana Shloka. We will go to the next step now. So after the meditation in this fashion, we've taken the flower in the Kurma Mudra and then meditated on Mother Sharada Devi in this fashion. Thereafter, placing the flower on the head. The flower in the Kurma Mudra, you have taken it, you have to place it on the head. Flower on the head, perform mental worship, Manasa Puja. So placing that flower, red flower or any flower which you have taken on the head, on your head, not somebody else's head, on your own head. Then after placing the flower on your head, perform mental worship, Manasa Puja. So now we have seen that mental worship in the earlier Dashopchar Puja discussion on Sri Ramakrishna. But since you have forgotten it long back, we will perform that again. Manasa Puja, mental worship is given there. After the first meditation, place the flower in the hand on your own head, sitting erect. and placing the back of the right palm on the left palm, just like Buddha. We had even shown the picture then at that time, Buddha's picture. Perform mental worship as detailed below. While performing the above mentioned mental worship, contemplate the meaning of the following Manasa Puja mantra given in the Tantras. So we have done that already, we have chanted it. Again we will chant and see the meaning of it. So it is given there, the first two stanzas of the mental worship. Om Hrit Padmasanam Dadyat Sahasrarachyutamrutaihi. Will you repeat it? Om Hrit Padmasanam Dadyat Sahasrarachyutamrutaihi Padyam Charanayor Dadyat Padyam Charanayor Dadyat Manasvargyam Nivedayet Manasvargyam Nivedayet Tenamritena Achamaniyam Snaniyam Tena Chasmritam Tenamritena Achamaniyam Snaniyam Tena Chasmritam Akashatattvam Vastram Syat Akashatattvam Vastram Syat Gandhasyat Gandhatatvakam Gandhasyat Gandhatatvakam. I will give you the meaning of these two stotras, and then after the meaning we will go to the next slide. Om Hrit Padmasanam Dadyat. How to do the mental worship? Now any deity you are worshipping, how to do the mental worship? Then we did it to Ramakrishna, or else when we are doing it to other deities, Shiva, Durga, Parvati, Rama, Krishna, whichever deities, you can do the same mantra can be done. Hrit Padmasanam. Hrit means heart. Padma Asanam, the seat of lotus in the heart. Dadyat, we have to give it to the deity. Now here to Mother Sharda Devi, the heart lotus is given as a seat for her to sit in our heart. Dadyat. Sahasrar Achyutamrutaihi. The 1,000 petal lotus, we have the nectar. So with that nectar, Achyuta Amrutaihi, Padyam, we will give water to wash, that Amrita itself as water to wash the feet of Sharda Devi or any deity you are worshipping. Charanayor Dadyat, you have to give to the feet. Now you can mentally, while doing that worship, take the nectar Amrita from the Sahasrara lotus and wash the feet of the Holy Mother and then wipe it. That is Padyam Charanayor Dadyat. While chanting that, you should also mentally do the worship in your own heart. Manastvargyam Nivedayet. So your own mind, the whole mind has to be given as Arghya Nivedayet. I had told you earlier, what is Arghya? Two meanings are there. One is giving water oblation to any deity, Surya Arghya or any other Arghya to any god. Pitrus also give the Arghya. So the water is poured as Arghya, or any other things are also poured. Here one is water, then another meaning is water to wash the hands of the deity. Then the third meaning is now giving your whole personality, the mind. So how is that given symbolically? In our ashrama, we will prepare bilva, washed wet bilva. On the 3 leaves of the bilva, we apply the white sandal paste and the red sandal paste. Then upon that sandal paste, you have to keep akshata, rice, on the 3 leaves. Then one durva grass at the center, and then a multi-petal flower, lotus or anything, multi-petal big flower on that. So it is indicative of your mind. The chitta, flower is the chitta, then the bilva is the intelligence, buddhi. Then like that, all the other things will indicate your whole mind. Chitta, Samshayatmika. Chitta is the mind stuff. Samshayatmika, Manas. Nishchayatmika, Buddhi. So all together, and the ego, your personality, everything comprises this Arghya. So the whole of Arghya is given. So that means you are surrendering yourself, you are offering your whole mind to the Lord. That is the meaning of giving the Arghya. So that's why here you can see in the Manasa Puja, Manastu Argyam, Manastvargyam Nivedayat. The whole of your mind, the internal organ with the ego, the mind stuff, the intelligence, everything you have to offer it to Divine Mother, whichever deity you are worshipping. Manaswargyam nivedayet. Then that is the meaning there. You have to feel. After that, Tena Amrutena. By the same nectar you are taken from the Sahasrara, from the same nectar. Tena Amrutena Achamaniyam. You have to give that as water for sipping for the mouth of the Divine Mother Sharda Devi or any other deity. So what is given? The same Amrita from the Sahasrara. Tena Amrutena Achamaniyam. Snaniyam. Next process is to give bath to the deity. So mentally, how are you giving the bath? Tena Chaspratam. With the same nectar of the Sahasrara Amrita, you are giving bath, water to bath, the same thing. So feel that you are giving bath to Divine Mother Sharda Devi as if she is your child, small child, and you are giving the bath to Mother Sharda Devi. Then after that, Akasha Tattvam Vastram Syat. After that, you have to wipe the body with the Vastra and also give cloth for wearing. What will you give now? You have in you the Akasha Tattva, the original matter. So that itself, Akasha itself is given as Vastram. Amongst the Panchabhutas, Akasha itself is given as the Vastram, the cloth. Gandhasyat Gandha Tattvakam. So the Gandha Tattva, the principle of smell, Gandha Tattva is given as the sandalwood paste. So we'll go to the next slide to know the meaning and also the Manasa Puja Stotra. So the next slide, we see the next stotra or the stanza of the mental worship. Chittam prakalpayet pushpam. So after the sandalwood paste, generally we give the pushpa, the flowers. So chittam, what is chitta? The mind stuff. I told you mind is made out of chitta, that is the mind stuff. Then Samshayatmika Manas, which will be always doubting and asking questions, who, why, where, how. That portion of the mind is called Manas. Then Nishayatmika Buddhi, definite, you will get the knowledge telling that you decide thing. That's called Buddhi. So all that, ego, everything. So that is called the mind. So in that mind, the mind stuff, chitta. So what are you giving as that? The flowers. So chittam prakalpayet pushpam. You have to give the pushpa. What is how will you give? You have the mind stuff, chitta. You give that. Then dhupam. You have to give the dhupa, the incense sticks. What are you going to give? You have the 5 different expression of energy or power in your body. Prana, Apana, Vyana, Udana, Samana. So prana itself has to be given as dhupa, incense sticks. Prakalpayet. Then tejas tattvancha deepartam. What will you give as arati? The lamp, doing the arati. The fire, agni tattva, tejas tattva itself in your body. You have the 5 elements in your body. Akasha is given. Then akasha vayu. Vayu is not yet given. Gandha tattva is given. Then we are giving the agni tattva, tejas tattva as the arati. Deepartam. Naivedyam syas sudam buddhi. Again, that nectar of the Sahasrara, Amrita, itself is given as Naivedya, as offering, food offering to the Lord, whatever, food, everything, you have to give that nectar itself. Then, how will you ring the bell? So, while doing puja, while giving agarbatti, while giving the lamp, showing the lamp, waving the lamp, you have to ring the bell. So, in your body, always you will be hearing the anahata dvani, om, om, always. So, but you cannot hear that now. The yogis can hear it. So that anahata dvani, which cannot be heard, that's why anahata dvani, om, always is being repeated. That sound will be always there. So that dvani, that sound of anahata, omkara, is offered to the Lord as ganta dvani, ringing of the bell. And reality, the ringing of the bell is also indicating om only. The shankha, the conch sound is also of om. Then vayu tattvancha chamaram. In the arati, you give this thing chamara, the yak tail, with that like a fan you do that. So what is to be given here as the chamaram? You have the vayu tattva. I told you the panchabhutas, vayu tattva, the vayu, air has to be given as chamaram. Sahasraram bhavet chatram. When the king or the emperor is going, there will be always a umbrella, Shweta Chatra, golden umbrella or something, silver umbrella, to show that he is a king, so that no sun rays will fall on him. Very big umbrella will be always held by a work, by a servant. So the Lord is more greater than any king or emperor. So the what will he give as the chatra or umbrella to the Divine Mother here? The 1,000 petal lotus at the top of your heart, that itself is given, offered to Divine Mother now as the chatra. Sahasraram bhavet chatram. Shabda tattvancha geetakam. Then the musical service. You have to give some music, because to please the Lord, you will play some music. What will you give as the music here? The Shabda Tattva, the sound Tattva principle, Shabda Tattvancha Geetakam as music. Then in some of the temples they will also perform Nritya, dance. So what is given here, offered to the Divine Mother as dance? Nrityam Indriya Karmani, Chanchalyam Manasastata. So your sense organs, it will be always working, receiving, allowing the mind to go out, receiving the sound, seeing the sight, smelling, tasting, feeling, skin. So everything, the indriyas, the karmendriya and gyanendriya, they will be doing so much of work. So the nritya, the dance, the offering nritya, all these indriya, the sense organs, the work of the sense organs is itself offered as nritya dance. And also the restlessness, the waviness of the mind, chanchalyam. The mind also will be making so many chitta vritti formations. All that is offered as nritya, dance. Then, what is the next service we are giving to the Divine Mother? Sumekhalam, Padmamalam, Pushpam, Nana Vidam Tata. So, varieties of different flowers. With that, we are doing the mala, garlands. Pushpam, Nana Vidam, varieties of different pushpa, the flowers. Sumekalam, Padmamalam, and also the garland of lotus also is offered, and garland of so many other different flowers are also offered to Divine Mother. Then Amayadhyaihi Bhavapushpaihi Archayet Bhavagocharam. The Lord cannot be, or Divine Mother or any god or goddess cannot be known by your intellect or mind. They can be only known by your bhava, your feelings, your heart. So the bhava pushpa. So you have to give what the garland and other flowers, varieties of bhava pushpa, feelings, different feelings. What are they? It will start with amaya, one of them, absence of attachment or maya. Adi bhava pushpaihi archet bhava gocharam. The Lord who is, the goddess who is always known by your bhava, by your bhakti bhava. So what is the flower? Amaya, the first bhava, the feeling, the emotion of your mind. Amaya, quality, beautiful quality of your mind. And all the other different 15 flowers have to be offered. What are they? Amayam, first flower, absence of maya. Anahankaram, absence of ahankara, egoism. Aragam, absence of attachment, raga. Amadam, mada is pride, absence of pride. Tatha. So now we have given so many flowers. Amayam, Anahankaram, Aragam, Amadam, 4 flowers. Okay. We'll go to the next verse. The next slide. We are going to the next slide there. The next, all the flowers are given there. Then what are the other flowers which are to be given? That is in your own mind as bhava, bhava pushpa, the different guna, the attributes, wonderful qualities in your mind have to be given. What are they? Amohakam, absence of moha, delusion. Adambancha, damba. So adamba, damba and adamba, absence of damba. Advesha, absence of hatred, dvesha. Akshobhaka, absence of kshobha. Tatha. So these are all the different other flowers. Absence of these negative qualities, that is the positive qualities. Amatsaryam. What is Amatsarya? Amatsarya means jealousy. Amatsarya means absence of jealousy. Alobham. Lobha means greed. Alobha means absence of greed. Amatsaryam, alobhancha, dashapushpa. This now we have given 10 different flowers, the good qualities, the nature, the bhava in your heart, in your personality. Vidirbudaha. Then the other 5 flowers, totally it is 15 different type of flowers, the good qualities in you. So what are the other 5 great qualities or attributes in your mind or heart? Ahimsa. So what is himsa? Violence, hurting others. Ahimsa means non-violence. Paramam pushpam, the greatest flower is ahimsa, non-violence. Pushpam indriya nigraha. So the control of your senses and mind, that is called indriya nigraha. So pushpa, another flower is control of your indriyas, that is the sense organs. Pushpam indriya nigraha. And what are the other qualities? Daya pushpa, the flower of compassion, the quality you have compassion, kindness, empathy, sympathy. Shama pushpam, the flower of forgiveness. So that you have to get all these qualities, collect all these qualities. You should get daya, should get kshama, forgiving others. Gnana pushpam, the gnana, the knowledge of God. Gnana pushpam cha panchamam. So these are all the 5 great positive qualities. They were all the absence of those things, negative qualities. So that was 10 and plus 5. Iti panchadashaihi bhava pushpaihi. With this 15 type of bhava pushpa, the flower of qualities, beautiful qualities and emotions, sampujayet. You have to nicely worship Shivam. Here, if it is male god, it will be Shivam. If it is female, it is Shivam. That is Divine Mother. So this is the way you have to do the mental worship. You need not have any ingredients. Now you did all the puja, the whole of the Dashopchar puja or even more, the Shodashopchar puja or whatever in the mind itself. So you did it now. So that with the mantra will help you how to do that. So we have finished the Manasa puja. I have told you the what you call, earlier also I have taught you. And now also I repeated the whole mantra and also the meaning. So after this Manasa puja, we are going to the, I think it is not Karanyasa. One more step is there. After the Manasa puja, step 3. So after that there is one more step. Okay, I will read it. If you have, the slide is not there, I am going to explain it. So after this Manasa puja, then we have to perform the Karanyasa. Yes, you can go to the next step, that is the Karanyasa. Repeat, we have to repeat the Karanyasa. Please go to the next slide, that is the Karanyasa. We have to repeat the Karanyasa. Yeah. So repeat Karanyasa. Again, we have to do the Karanyasa. We have earlier taught how to do the Karanyasa, but we will repeat it again. So Nyasa means nicely consecrating or placing the mantras or the deity. Kara means hands. So the hand is made out of the 5 fingers and the palm and other things. So we will place all the different Bija mantras of the Divine Mother on our hands and purify it. Last time I had showed you how to make. The first one, thumb, is now touched with the 4 fingers like this, and the mantra is placed there. Then it is the Tarjani, or the 4 fingers is touched by the thumb, and the middle finger also by the thumb like this. Then the ring finger also by the thumb. Then the small finger also by the thumb, telling the mantra. We are placing it. So I've showed you how to do, touch it. Now we will do it. Hram, the Bija mantra of the Divine Mother, Shakti. Hram Angushtabhyam Namaha. Angushta is thumb. Hrim Tarjanibhyam Swaha. With the Bija mantra Hrim, we are placing it, consecrating, feeling that Divine Mother is manifesting in your Tarjani, the 4 finger. Hroom, another aspect of Divine Mother, the Bija Mantra. Madhyamabhyam Vashat, the middle finger. Hraim, Anamikabhyam Hum. The Anamika means that is nameless, a Namika. That is the ring finger. Hraim, Anamikabhyam Hum, ring finger. Hraum, that is the Bija Mantra. Kanishtabhyam, the small finger, little finger. Vaushat, Hraum, Kanishtabhyam, Vaushat, little finger. Then the whole of the palm. Hraha, Hrah, Kara, Tala, Prishta, above, below. Karatala, Prishtabhyam, Astraya, Phat. This is the way. So Karatala, Hraha is the Bija Mantra on both the place. Haraha, Karatala, Prishtabhyam, Astraya, Phat. When you tell Phat, you have to clap it. So all the negativity, all the negative things in your hand, Vigna has gone away and you have placed all the good things, the Divine Mother in the form of the Bija Mantra in your hand. So the Karanyasa, consecration of the finger or the hand is over, Karanyasa. So again we have to repeat the Anganyasa, limbs, different parts of the body. So we did it earlier, I have shown you, again I will show. So how to do the Anganyasa here, repeating the Anganyasa after the Manasa Puja is, the same Bija Mantra will be the same. So heart with the 3 fingers, forefinger, middle finger, the Anamika, that is the ring finger, the tip of that touch the heart. Then Hram Hridayaya Namaha. You consecrated Haram Bija Mantra, kept it, placed it nicely in the heart, the Divine Mother aspect. Then Hrim with the 2 fingers, forefinger, middle finger. At the tip, touch the head. Hrim Shirase Swaha. You have placed that mantra, Bija Mantra on the head. Then Hrum Shikayai. This thumb, the end of the thumb, Shika, wherever the tuft of hair is there, the last point of the backbone, the Sushumna, the topmost where Sahasrara is there, the Shika is left. So Hrum Shikayai Vashat, tuft of the hair. Then Hraim Kavachaya Hum. Kavacha is the 2 shoulders here. So both the tip of all the 5 fingers like this, crisscross like this. So Hraim Kavachaya Hum, 2 shoulders. Hraum Netratraya, 3 eyes. The 2 eyes with the forefinger and the ring finger. The middle finger will be touching the 3rd eye, that is the Agna Chakra. Like this. Hraum Netratrayaya Vaushat. Then Hraha is placed the Bija Mantra. Karatala Prishtabhyam Astraya Phat. So the whole thing, I am going to repeat it again. Hram Hridayaya Namaha, Hrim Shirase Swaha, Hrum Shikaya Vashta, Hraim Kavachaya Hum, Hraum Netratrayaya Vaushat, Hrah Karatala Prishtabhyam Astraya Phat. This is the way it is performed. So we have done it again. The repeat of the Karanyasa and Anganyasa is over. We are going to the next step. So now after the Karanyasa and Anganyasa, again we have to repeat the Dhyana, meditation. So taking a red flower we had taken earlier, if available, or any other flower with the Divine Mother like, or whatever you have, white flower or anything. It is availability, but if you have the red flower, hibiscus or anything, it's wonderful. Available flower with the Kurma Mudra. Kurma Mudra is showed like this. Meditate in the heart. Kurma Mudra is there. On a luminous form of Sharda Devi, Holy Mother. Repeating the mantra that we have already repeated. I will chant that mantra. Om Dhyaye Chittas Sarojastham Sukhasinam Kripamayim Prasanna Devim Dvibhujam Sthiralochanam Alulayita Keshartha Vakshaha Sthala Vimanditam Shvetavastra Vrutardangam Hemalankara Bhushitam. So we'll go to the next mantra, which is in the next slide. स्वक्रोडन्यस्तहस्ताञ्च ज्ञानभक्तिप्रदायिनीं शुभ्रां ज्योतिर्मयीं जीवपापसन्तापहारिणीं रामकृष्णगतप्राणां तन्नामश्रवणप्रियां तद्भावरञ्जिताकारां जगन्मातृस्वरूपिणीं स्नेहमयीं शिवां शान्तां भुक्तिमुक्तिप्रदायिनीं सर्वजीवत्राणकर्त्रीं शारदां ज्ञानदायिनीं. So I had told you the meaning of the whole thing. We are doing it Punardhyana again, the meditation. So let us repeat the meaning again for your purpose. Let us meditate in the lotus of the heart on Mother Sharda Devi of golden hue, seated cross-legged Sukhasina. Half of her disheveled hair flowing down the chest. She is wrapped in white cloth, wearing golden bracelets, with two palms crossed and resting on the lap. She is of steady gaze, Sthiralochanam, with visage beaming with grace and heart melting at the sorrows of living beings. She is so radiant with the light of purity. The bounteous she has come for the good of all, with life centered in Sri Ramakrishna and mind ever delighting in the thought of Sri Ramakrishna. Veritably, she is an embodiment of Sri Ramakrishna's ideas. She is the manifestation of the universal motherhood. She is overflowing with universal benevolence, goodness and peace, bestower of devotion and salvation. So that is the meaning of this dhyana shloka, the meditation mantra. So after this dhyana, repetition of dhyana, second time, then what are we to do? So that flower earlier, the flower was in the dhyana mudra, we kept it on the head and did the manas puja. Now we are not doing that. The flower is here, then the mother is in the heart now because of the dhyana. Now after the dhyana mantra, take this dhyana mudra with the flower. So press with this portion the right nostril, and through the left nostril exhale the air with the Vayu Bija mantra, Yam, Yam. So feeling that the Divine Mother who is now manifested in the heart will come through your left nostril and will enter, manifest in the flower which you have meditated upon. So without opening the Kurma Mudra, take that flower and keep it on the photo of Sharda Devi or image or yantra of Sharda Devi. Place that. So now feel that luminous mother who was in your heart now has come through the left nostril to the flower, and from the flower she is manifested completely there in the photo or the image or the yantra which you are going to worship. So after that, feel that, because you may feel that a part has come out, no, it's the whole Mother Sharda Devi is manifested. So to show the Paramikarana Mudra, this is the Paramikarana Mudra. Then you have to take the water from the Samanya Arghya, either in the flower or the Durva grass or that Kushagra grass will be there. So sprinkle it on the image 3 times, telling the Bija mantra, the mantra of Mother Sharda Devi. For Ramakrishna it was the Om Aim Sarvadev Devi Swarupaya Shri Ramakrishna Namaha Om. For Divine Mother Sharda Devi it will be Om Aim Hrim Sarvadeva Devi Swarupinne Shri Sharda Devi Namaha Om. So 3 times. Om Aim Hrim Sarvadeva Devi Swarupinne Shri Sharda Devi Namaha Om. You have to add Om on both the sides when you are doing the Mula Mantra. Or else if you have been given the mantra, whatever the Guru has given, that mantra can also be used. But the mantra of Mother Sharda Devi, the Mula mantra is Om Aim Hrim. The Hrim Shakti mantra is also added. For Ramakrishna it is only Om Aim. Here Om Aim Hrim Sarvadeva Devi Swarupinyai. There Swarupaya. It is female deity Swarupinyai. Om Aim Hrim Sarvadeva Devi Swarupinyai Shri Sharda Devyai. There Ramakrishnaya. It is Sharda Devyai Namaha Om. So that is the Strilinga. The feminine gender it becomes Sharda Devyai, Durgayai, Saraswatyai. So that is the 4th case. Case ending in the Strilinga, feminine. For the Purusha or feminine, the male masculine gender it becomes Ramakrishnaya, Narayanaya, Shivaya. So it changes. That's why I took up Holy Mother Sharda Devi's mantra so that you will know the difference between while worshipping the male deity and the female deity. So what is the Mula mantra? Om Aim Hrim Sarvadeva Devi Swarupinyai Shri Sharada Devyai Namaha Om. That is the Mula mantra. So 3 times you have to tell and sprinkle the water on the photo or the image or the yantra. So now feel that Divine Mother has completely manifested in front of you in that photo or the image or wherever she is sitting. She has come from your own heart, manifested there. Now you do the Pancha Upachara worship. Pancham is 5. The services, 5 service of the Divine Mother will be performed. So we will take up that in the next session, in the next class. So we have now completed the dhyana and also we have made the Divine Mother taken from the heart itself and manifested in the image. And now we are going to do the worship of Pancha Upachara 5. So that you can also repeat for any other deity. You don't have time, you have to do worship shortly. So either Ramakrishna or Krishna or Shiva or any other Rama, Krishna, Subramanya, Ganesha, any other puja can be performed in a small way. This is Pancha Upachara. The Shopachara will be little 10 items, little more. Special days it will take 1.5 or 2 hours. It is Shodashopachara, 16 items. Like that, there are so many other 2. Let us not bother about them. For us, simple thing is enough. Our devotion is more important. So we have, in the next class, we will start the Pancha Upachara Puja of Divine Mother. The mantras will change for other deities. That's all. It will be the same. You can do the same thing to Rama, Krishna. Only the Pullinga, the masculine gender, has to be added. That's all. We can conclude our session today with the closing prayer. Om Priyatam Pundari Kakshah Sarvayagneshwaro Harihi Tasmin Tushte Jagat Tushtam Prenite Prenitam Jagat Harihi Om Tatsat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. Thank you. Namaste. Om Namo Narayana.